Hello, as promised, I am on again. Going to be on daily as best as I can. Right now, I just finished washing my hair. I don't have any conditioner or any product in it. And I really don't use products per se, other than homemade stuff and some prescription stuff. So I am going to share this live right now. Hey everybody, so I again am on live on YouTube and I'm hoping that you join me. You can comment, ask questions, have a conversation with me. If there's a way for people to go live with me where we like share our lives and it's on your page and my page, I am completely open to that, but I don't know if that's an option right now. At least I don't know because I've never done it. But yeah, you can comment, like, please subscribe. That's the goal. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers currently. I think that's about it. But yeah, I'm about to do my hair on live, and I hope that you guys can subscribe. Thank you very much. Come see me. Hey everybody, so I again am on live on YouTube, and I'm hoping that you join me. You can comment, ask questions, have a conversation with me. If there's a way for people to go live with me where we like share our lives and it's on your page and my page, I am completely open to that, but I don't know if that's an option right now. At least I don't know because I've never done it. But yeah, you can comment, like, please subscribe. That's the goal. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers currently. I think that's about it. But yeah, I'll do my hair on live. Subscribe. Thank you very much. Come see me. Hey everybody, so I again am on live on YouTube. Okay, let's try. Hello, whoever's there. I am really about to do my hair. I'm about to style it because I just finished washing it. So I just need to go get my product. Okay, so the product that I'm using is homemade. That's why it's in a sour cream cup. It is flaxseed, it is coffee and rice. And then this time I added coconut. I didn't add coconut. I added cocoa butter. I melted it down and mixed it in with this. And then I also used
oil of oregano, which is an anti-inflammatory, anti-mold oil, and it also gives it a scent. So that's what this is. I usually keep this in the refrigerator in a big jug, and then I just pour some in this container so that I can portion it out. I usually use the whole container on my hair, but then I have a bunch in the refrigerator as well. So I just made this stuff today. So my hair is really tangly because I haven't styled it in 2 weeks. I left it styled for 2 weeks, and I did not like restyle it. So it's really tangly right now. I usually don't put any heat on my hair. I usually don't add extensions to my hair. My hair is usually just in a natural state all the time. Sometimes I'll use heat, but I don't use a flat iron. And I don't use a normal blow dryer. I'll use the vacuum blow dryer where you stick your hair in and it pulls your hair instead of like you blowing it. I don't do that kind because I feel like it's too much friction. So I used to use a regular blow dryer, but not anymore. I'm just really gonna make a whole bunch of twists that look like locks because it holds pretty well in this hairstyle, but it does best if I do my hair once a week. It doesn't get tangled. But if I wait like I waited last time, I waited 2 weeks, it's too tangled to me. I don't like how tangly it is. And I feel like it also got kind of frizzy because I was sleeping without a bonnet on. And I feel like I noticed if I sleep with a bonnet on, it doesn't get as frizzy. And then the ends seem like they got a little tangly, which is not normal. Sometimes I'll do like big twist at first, and then like in maybe 2 or 3 days, I'll retwist it down to smaller twists, and that kind of helps it not tangle too. Retwisting. And I don't run the comb through my hair that much either. I know, I know some people might find that crazy, but like if I do comb my hair, it's when I'm washing it with like the soap in it, and then after that, I don't really use the comb. I will use a comb if I'm using the heat because it has to be combed to look right. But if I'm not using heat, then I don't use a comb. I made this product a little too runny this time. Usually it's more of a gel, but I had to strain it more than normal. So the more you strain it in a cheesecloth, the less gel it becomes. It's still like slippery, which is good, but it's not as gel as it should normally be. I have my Stop Sexual Harassment shirt. I actually just made this shirt. The graphic, though, you can find it online. I be looking crazy. I'll try to look more at the camera. Were you here when I said what I was making? I mean, what I'm using in my hair? can actually twist my hair pretty fast. This will probably only take like an hour. Sometimes it takes 2 hours. Sometimes it just takes 1 hour. Okay, yeah. I made it too thin as well, just because I had to strain it a whole bunch of times. Like, the less you have to strain it, the more gel it will be, but if you have to keep straining it, it'll get too loose. It'll break up the gel, basically. To prevent having to strain it a whole bunch of times, you have to use whole flaxseed and whole coffee beans. I use coffee as well in here. Whole coffee beans. Don't use chopped or ground coffee. Because then you have to keep straining it because it leaves particles. So I could thicken this up by boiling some more flaxseed, but I didn't do that because I went to the store. It's messy. We should make a YouTube live podcast or something. But we have to think about what do we want to talk about. That's the thing. Like, I don't really know what I want to talk about because I don't want to talk about politics. Because like everybody talks about politics, and I really don't care, like TMZ type of stuff. I don't care about that kind of stuff. So like I would talk about politics if it was helpful information, but when it comes to like protests and stuff like that, that's not really helpful information. So Somebody was telling me the other day when I was live to not take it seriously, just do whatever. Don't make it like work. Just whatever I'm doing is fine. Like people like to watch people. And yeah, I was like, okay, what I guess. I don't even know if that makes sense, but they were just like, don't take it too serious. You'll do fine. Like as long as you just keep doing what you're doing. So I guess just be consistent. As long as I'm on, I should do fine with getting subscribers. I am probably going to make this thicker. I'm going to probably boil some more flaxseed. So I don't like how thin it is. It's too thin. And the only reason I'm dipping my hair is because it's too thin. This part's really tangled. I think if I were to do a podcast that was about like TV or movies or celebrities or something, I would just stick to like the positivity of it though. I wouldn't talk about like you know how some things are always about drama or whatever. I don't think I would do drama stuff. I would only talk about positive stuff. Like Snow White, even though it got a really bad rep online on Rotten Tomatoes, I would it was actually a really good movie. And I think it was politics. The reason why it did bad, got a bad rating, was just politics. It wasn't even like anything to do with the movie at all. I used to use those really big self stick rollers, the big kind. Well, when I was working on a television set, there was a hairstylist. I think she was hating on my hair or something because she would just like yank them out and it would pull out my hair. So I stopped wearing those rollers because they're kind of like Velcro. So if you don't take it out right, it will pull your hair out. The reason I don't play background music is because of copyright. And even like if something's free today, say it's not a copyright today, it can be a copyright tomorrow. So it's not even worth trying to find something that's not copyright today. Because then you don't want your video to be mute tomorrow because they decided, hey, I want this to have a copyright. I think this part is tangled. I do not want to be a storm chaser. No. I'm really not interested in being any kind of newscaster, whether it's storm chasing or reporting or anchoring. I'm just not interested in those things. I'm not interested in working for the media at all, just because I feel like it's very biased and one-sided. And it's always agenda based, not news media. Well, storm chasing is like weather news. And no, I would not want to be a storm chaser. Like, I do like, when the weather changes, but I don't want to report about the weather changing. And then, of course, where I live, it's pretty much the same weather all the time. So you don't really have to worry about chasing the weather per se. It's more like if there's a storm, like, or a fire or wildfire or some kind of severe damage, then you would hear about, like, it would be a big deal. But on a normal day, our weather's the same mostly. So there's really nothing. I don't know if they have storm chasers here. And then you don't even hear about like the storms in the mountains. Like, you don't really hear about like the snow in the mountains and stuff. I don't even think the newscasters go up there and really report the mountain snow. You only hear about that from people who live up there. Like, they'll report that there's going to be snow or that it's snowing, but that's about it. There's no actual storm chasing. I just got this on my eye, but it doesn't burn, so that's a good thing. I can just feel that it's in my eye. But it's not like irritating. Have you seen anybody out here? I don't think I've seen anybody out here doing any storm chasing as a hobby, but I can see people doing that like where there's weather, like real seasons and stuff, places where there are storms to chase. Like I think we'll get like mudslides or mudslides. What else? Like the rocks when the rocks fall. Rock slides. Is that a rock slide? We'll get I don't even know. Oh, we'll get floods if it rains in certain areas. And I'm pretty sure people would YouTube that. But then like it barely rains here. We barely get rain. I think it rains the most in like maybe October, September. I'm trying to think when the rainy seasons are. We barely have rainy seasons. It like rains maybe one rainy season a year. Yeah. No, it's like if you want to be a storm chaser, then you gotta really want to be somewhere where there's weather, like weather, extreme weather, and big weather changes. Because if there aren't weather changes, then it's like it's always the same. So there's really nothing to talk about when it comes to the weather, other than like the slight changes. Like, I know there's a lot of wildfires going on right now in like Arizona and in Canada. And then we had some tiny fires recently, I think like last week. But since we're mostly concrete, like we don't really have to worry about that unless it was like the ones that we had this winter in January. And that was because there was 100-mile-per-hour wind, and that's not normal. There was a tornado here. I think it was like 2 months ago, a month or two ago, but I don't think it really did any damage. And I don't remember what city it was in. I think it was just out in like the desert or something. Almost done with half, and it's been about 50 minutes. So I guess the other side's going to take about the same. So that's half. So I think for future videos, I'm probably gonna like think of a topic to talk about before I get on so that I have something in mind to talk about too while I'm on. Like maybe the latest movie I've seen or something. Usually if I watch a movie it's in theaters. It's not really like a streaming movie, but I did watch that movie Straw on streaming on Netflix. I feel like the other movies that I watched were all theater movies. And like right now, SAG-AFTRA is doing their FICE for your, it's called FICE, what it means for your consideration. So that's so people can vote on movies right now. So they're sending all of those free movies, but I don't think they're sending DVDs anymore. They're just sending like streaming codes so that you can watch it online. So that could be like a topic to talk about, like those movies that whatever I decide to look at. Some of us, I think some of the stuff I've seen already, but I'm not sure what the whole list is right now because I didn't look at the list. I just keep seeing the emails. That could potentially be a good topic to talk about. So I'm not really big on talking. It's one of my problems is I don't talk. Barely talk. On a normal day, I barely talk. I usually let everybody else talk. The only time my scalp hurts is if it's dry. So I just keep my scalp moisturized and I keep water on it. I water my hair like every day. Not drenched, just like a light watering. And it helps keep it from getting dry. So I'm not tender-headed or anything. The parts that used to get the most dry were like right here on these corners in front of my ears. You can talk about the pros and cons of the Wicked movie. I actually liked Wicked. I think they did a really good job portraying the book because I read the book, the play. Was it a play? I think the original book is a play. Playwright. That's what's called, a playwright. I think. But I know I read the original book of Wicked some years ago. And I really liked the play. So I already knew what to expect because I already know some of the songs. So I felt like they did a really good job with it. Like I was not against Wicked at all. Like as far as like people like to make drama out of the celebrity stuff or whatever. Like I really don't care about that kind of stuff. Again, because like at the end of the day, it's about did you put on a good show? So I did not have a problem with the black girl being Elphaba either, because some people were saying they had a problem with that because Elphaba dies. She's supposed to die. We all know the Wicked Witch of the East, the Wicked Witch of the West, they die in the Oz. But I don't have a problem with that. Like, I would say that I do like the play music more, but that's just because that's what I was used to hearing the play music. Like I would play the play music, the theatrical play version of Wicked's music. I would usually play that just in my car, just on a playlist or something sometimes because I like the musical. So when it came to the songs being remade, they weren't exactly like the play, I would say. They were very close, but they weren't exact. So like would I play that soundtrack over the what is it, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth? Would I play the movie version music, like the soundtrack, over the play version? Probably not, because I'm used to hearing the play version. But I think that both girls did a really good job singing. And then I like how they put Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel in the movie. Once they made it to See the Wizard, they ran into those two and they had like a sing off. I like that. I like that they did a little sing off. I am anticipating the second one for sure. What do you think were the cons of Wicked? Did you see any cons? I'm trying to think, was there a con? Not really. From a theatrical standpoint, I don't think there was any. There was, like, they did a really good job portraying the book. I think the part I don't remember is I feel like in the book, did the sister, the favorite sister, I don't know if she got married. I feel like she had a love interest in the book. And I don't think they didn't show that at all, really. Like they showed it, like I think there was somebody who was dancing with her or something, but they didn't like emphasize that part. They definitely brushed over that part because it wasn't about her, it was more about the other two, which is fair for a movie, but I think in the book, Elphaba's sister had a love interest and there was like more story to that part. Maybe they'll put it in the second movie. I really liked how the teacher, the teacher that I have to remember names. I'm bad at names. There's Elphaba, and then there is Galinda. The teacher that Galinda was trying to get good with, I thought that was funny that she couldn't, like that teacher was not interested in her at all whatsoever. I don't remember that being in the book. I think they added that to the movie. But I think it was a good ad. I think Ariana did a good job with her singing. Like the other girl did a good job with her singing too, but I just wasn't really into her voice. But she did a good job, a really good job. Was it cringy in a theatrical way? Like I feel like some people just cringe off the theater, period. Like what was cringy? Like, cause theater is like, I don't know. Like I feel like some people who aren't used to like theater would think it was a little cringy, but I still think it was good from a theater standpoint. And it was good based on the book. They didn't really go off of the books, off the script. Except I feel like that teacher, I think that was added in. I do not remember that at all. And I feel like the goat who was a teacher, I feel like he was in the book more than he was in the movie. He was barely in the movie. So it was like they substituted him for that other teacher. Another thing I don't remember in the book is I don't remember Galinda having like a love interest, like how they had the guy dancing with her and very interested in her. I don't remember that in the book. Maybe I just ignored it. I don't know. Like I don't even remember it in the play that much. I know the sister had a love interest. So I feel like they kind of substituted that, where they took the love interest and gave it to Galinda instead of the sister. So I would say those are two substitutions. The teacher, because it's really the goat had more of a story than that. The other lady, I don't think she was in the book. If she was, I don't remember her. And then the love interest. It was the sister's love interest, not Galinda. Hmm. I don't really remember thinking about that part. I do wonder, what do you mean? Like, do you feel like they should have more dancers? Or do you just feel like the steps should have been better? Interesting. Do you feel like it was cornier than a theatrical play should be? Because I felt like it was very on point with theatrical. Like, and I mean stage play when I say theatrical. I was watching something where it was saying that the kid with the red hair in the first movie is supposed to be the lion. I did not suspect that at all. I was like, huh? Because I feel like that was the one who was dancing with the sister. I didn't expect him to be a lion. Be lion. And then I forgot who's supposed to be the Tin Man. Is it Galinda's love interest? I think that's the Galinda's love interest in the movie supposed to be the Tin Man. Who is it? There's a Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow. So the redhead kid's supposed to be the lion. The Tin Man, I think, is supposed to be the dude who's Galinda's love interest. And then I don't know if they said who the Scarecrow is. I kind of do wonder, like, how are they going to make that a thing? You know, like, how are they going to introduce that in the second part? Because it definitely wasn't introduced in the first part, not to my knowledge. Like, I sure couldn't tell. There is that. Because I feel like, per se, something like Disney's a good example of a good film production, not a theatrical play. Because Disney focuses on film. So, like, if you see a musical with Disney, it's going to be Disney style theatrics, which is film based. Whereas Wicked, I don't remember who produced Wicked. Is that Universal? I think it's Universal. They're going to have their own touch, their own flair. They can't be like Disney. So, and since Wicked is a very popular play, theatrical play, they're definitely going to lean toward more of that style, like stage style. Whereas Disney has its own film style. And I only watched it once. I'll probably watch it again before the next one, or when the next one comes out. I'll probably watch it again just so I can refresh myself on it, on how even though I pretty much remember it because I know Wicked pretty well, but I'll probably refresh myself on, especially like the characters. Yeah, it's Universal because when I went to horror nights, they had a Wicked shop, a Wicked store, Elphaba dolls, Galinda dolls. They had a whole bunch of Wicked stuff in Universal City Walk. But when I do rewatch it to refresh myself, I'll probably focus more on the other characters. Try to stretching stretching my legs. I'll try to remember like notice the guys, like the Tin Man and stuff like that, because I really didn't pay attention to them the first time. Because I felt like there was too much attention on Galinda's love interest. And I feel like in the book, I don't know about the play. I don't even remember Galinda having a love interest in the play. But in the book, it was the sister who had the love interest, the girl in the wheelchair. So I was a little like taken aback by that part. Like, why aren't they? They really didn't show a lot of the sister connection because it was about the sisters too. The book is about the sisters too. The play is more about Belinda and Elphaba. And of course the book is too, but the book had a lot more of like the sisters, Elphaba and her sister. And they had a longer family scene, of course, in the book, which I didn't expect them to have in the movie. So when I rewatch it, I'm gonna have to pay attention to the friends, the other people, to see what I didn't notice. Because I'm kind of wondering, did they hint that the guy was going to be the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and stuff like that? So I sure didn't notice that at all. And then I kind of wonder what they're going to have Galinda do. Because I always felt like Galinda was kind of two-faced in general in the theater play, in the book. Because if she was Elphaba's friend, she was. She was Elphaba's friend, but then to the public, she kind of pretended like she wasn't. So I felt like she was two-faced, fake. But I kind of wonder how they're gonna do in the movie because I feel like in the movie they're gonna make her seem less two-faced and less fake. But of course, she was kind of two-faced and fake in the beginning, pretending to be Elphaba's friend, but then she actually became her friend. But I wonder how it's gonna end. Are they gonna keep her being fake, where she denies that she was her friend, type of thing, or if she's going to like own up to it more, like a modern twist? We'll see. This part's tangled. Someone's calling. Did you notice anything that made them seem like they were going to be the Tin Man or the Lion? I have no idea which one's the Scarecrow. I was hoping that they added like a bit of Oz, or what's that movie called? The Wiz. I was hoping that they added a little bit of like the Wizness in there, like when they got to Oz. And you know how in the Wiz they were dancing with colors? I was hoping that they added something like that to that part, where it was like a whole color dance type of thing going on. I feel like they definitely didn't do like the Wiz did, but I did feel like they kind of they did something with the colors, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I need to watch it again too. I don't know, like, is it on? Where did you watch that, on the streaming platform? I watched it in the theater. Maybe they'll play it. Maybe when the second one comes out, they'll add the first one to the theater again for a short time. Cause I kind of like watching stuff at the theater for what I think because of the big screen or whatever. It's kind of nostalgic. I think if they have both playing when the next one comes out, that'd be cool. Cause then you can watch one and then go and watch the next one at the on the same day. But that's not coming out until November 20 something. I think it's the 26th. I think so. Like November 26th or something like that. So that's a long time. I think this camera would look better if I was looking up instead of looking down. So next time I might make it higher up. Did you watch Minecraft? The movie with the goofy dude? I don't remember people's names. I think Jack Black. No, okay. I thought it was corny, but it was funny. Like I could tell that was probably a really fun set to work on, just because it was just retarded, like just goofy. And when they make good movies that are just goofy for no reason, those are usually really good sets, like in a work environment. Because some things just didn't make sense. Because like Jason Momoa, he was like in the whole movie basically, and he was just retarded, goofy the whole time. Um, Jack Black was in some of the movie. Like I thought he was gonna be in the whole movie, but he wasn't. He was in a lot of the movie, but not the whole movie. Even though I think he was like the star, like the main person, because he's supposed to be like the narrator or whatever about his life, what happened or whatever. But he wasn't in the whole thing. Um, he was in most of it, but not the whole thing. And you expect him to be goofy, but I feel like Jason Momoa, is that his name? I think his name is Momoa. Um, I don't know. It didn't seem right for him to be goofy, but whatever. It kind of felt like The Rock should have had that role. Like they gave him a role that The Rock would usually have. But because people are tired of seeing The Rock, they didn't put The Rock in there. They gave it to him. Like, who else would have been a good person? I don't know. But it didn't really seem right for him. Like, I kind of wonder what it would have been like if they put Dave Bautista. Because Bautista's funny to me. But it's like you don't see him enough. He's funny, but he doesn't get cast enough. I think he would have been funnier. And then the graphics were like a computer game. And I'm guessing that's on purpose. Because sometimes like the pig's mouth wasn't moving when they were talking, and sometimes it was moving when they were talking. I'm like, I think that's on purpose. I think they're doing that for like the nostalgia of the video game version or whatever. It was kind of silly, but I think it was on purpose. I kind of wonder if the same people who produced Ghostbusters produced that one. Yes. It had that feel. It wasn't as advanced, like the production, post production and stuff wasn't as advanced because this one was just goofy. Like they just made it for the goofiness of it, I guess. So, but it still felt like it could have been like the same production company. It's first Tangled. Did you watch anything other than Wicked? I know in your category, they're going to be making another Clueless with some of the old people. What do you think of that? I've been watching a lot of YouTube too. I've been watching J Stew, more J Stew. They're content creators. And I've been watching Yamanika, who does stand up comedy. I don't think it's a remake. I think it's like a spin-off or something, like them in the future or whatever. I'm not sure. But I think it actually has the people from the movie version. Because I know the TV show and the movie had different cast, has some different cast members. I know Stacey Dash was in both the TV and the movie. And she's supposed to be in the new remakes, I think. Sometimes my hair cuts my nails. I've kind of gotten them stronger though. But this nail, my thumb, got cut. And I notice it kind of helps if your hands aren't too wet before you start doing your hair. Then the nails are a little stronger. I'm gonna put some more product in here. Ran out. It's actually quite normal for me to run out, even though I fill it up to about here. I always run out the first time. My hair drinks this all up. It's definitely been helping with moisture because before my hair was really dry. I started making this, and my hair has been really absorbing it. This part's tangled. have a goal of getting 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. And if you comment, I will click on your name and subscribe to your channel. But I can only do that if you comment because I can't see who's on. But I am subscribed to a lot of people on here on YouTube. People I have no idea who they are. I'm just subscribed to so many people. Almost done here. Probably 4 more. This is tangled. So my hair was already soaking wet, and then this gel, I have to remake it. I need to add some more flaxseed to it so it can become gel again because I had to restrain it too much. So that's why it seems like extra drippy right now because my hair was soaked when I started doing this because I just washed it. And it definitely wastes more when it's not a gel because I'm dripping so much. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna boil some flaxseed and add it to this so that it's thicker. And next time it won't be dripping. And when you boil the flaxseed, you basically do it like it's oatmeal in a pot. And when it starts to boil and get hard a little, you strain it before it gets cool. Because if you don't strain it when it's cool, then it'll get too hard to take the flax seeds out because it'll all be like mush, it's just stuck in there like it's a putty or something, like play slime. That's a good example. I don't really do good parts because I don't care about the parts, by the way. I just part with my hand, so there's like no perfect geometry. If I was doing somebody else's hair, I would do it right. I would make sure it was parted correctly. But when I do my own, I don't care about the parts at all. While I'm wrapping this up, one of the shows that I watched that was actually really good, it's on Disney Plus, but it's called Yellow Jackets, and it's about a soccer team that gets stranded, and they have to learn how to survive in the woods. They're high schoolers, but they have to learn how to survive in the woods because nobody knows where they are. They just, like, everybody in their town knows that the plane crashed. The soccer team was on their way to a soccer tournament and the plane crashed, but they can't find them. I watched that and I finished season 1 only to find out that season 2 and season 3 are not on Disney Plus. Or not on Hulu. I think it's Hulu, but I watched it on Disney Plus. So yeah, I didn't watch the other seasons. I only watched season 1 because that was the only one on Disney. So sometimes when I do my hair like this, I'll part it on the side while I'm styling it and make all the hair go to one side. But I didn't really do that this time, so it's no perfect part on that side for it to just fall in one direction. So I just had to make it up like it's something. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with my hair. Now it's just going to air dry. I don't use any heat tools. And then I put water on it every morning to rehydrate it. And then I also add oil of oregano sometimes. Oil of oregano burns the skin, so you got to be careful. Only use a little, dilute it with water. And I'll put that to prevent mold. Oil of oregano is like a good antifungal oil. So that's why I use that one. It's like antibacterial and antifungal. So I use it in my hair and I also put it in my mouthwash to help with the antibacteria. All right, so I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'll think of something. Yeah, I'm probably just going to like plan for something to talk about for 30 minutes to an hour. I know yesterday I went an hour yesterday, but I probably spoke for like 30 minutes. So I could do 30-minute lives because I feel like I could talk better if it's like just 30 minutes. Then it'll flow better, and then I won't be like overextending myself and not knowing what to talk about anymore. So that could be a thing, a daily 30-minute vlog about something. But yeah, I'll have to think like, what am I going to talk about tomorrow, and then go live. I don't know what time we'll go live. I've been going live at random times, not consistent with the time. But we'll see. So basically, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Yeah, hopefully I get 1,000 subscribers this year. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. If you do comment later, I will click on your name and subscribe to your channel. And I'll subscribe to your channel right now since you were talking to me. Oh, look, I'm already subscribed to your channel. Okay. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll call these people back who called me just now. Have a great day, and hopefully my thumbnail won't be crazy looking.